Dr. Callahan began at our school as a teacher when the school was Middle School 222 and is now our assistant principal. La doctora Callahan empezó en nuestra escuela como una maestra y ahora es nuestra asistente principal. Please join me in welcoming Miss Callahan.
Good evening, Principal Gaceto, Mr. Lopez, MS 343 teachers and staff, District 7 representatives, parents and families, and of course the fabulous academic champions of MS 343's graduating class of 2020. People who know me well, like many of you do, know that I'm a creature of habit. I like to do things in a familiar way. For example, I keep the same basic routine in the morning. I wake up at the same time, make my favorite smoothie, and run through a host of other things that are familiar and bring me comfort as I prepare my family for the day ahead. This is probably why I love tradition so much. Holiday dinners and family gatherings are always at my house, and everyone knows what to look forward to. I particularly love the traditions we have at MS 343. The yearly trips we take with each grade to major cities such as Manhattan, Philadelphia, and Washington, the annual Poetry Slam, now in its 9th year, and of course the Broadway shows Mr. Gaceto organizes for us. Maybe this is why this year hurts so much. Because of the coronavirus and subsequent school closure, we didn't get to do some of those things with you as 8th graders. I know you feel cheated, and you have a right to. You could get angry, turn your back on this cruel world, and shout that it's just not fair. You could wake up to your alarm clock tomorrow morning, the day after graduation, and pull the covers back up over your head and ask, why bother? And you know what? There have been more than a few days when I wanted to do the very same thing. Or you could get up tomorrow morning and decide to do what we did throughout this whole crazy quarantine. You could greet the day, set yourself up for success, and get to work. When I think back on these past couple of months of remote learning, I'm in awe. So many of you flourished. Some of you have higher grades now than you did when we were in the actual building. Some of you took full advantage of the flexibility remote learning had to offer and did the classwork on your terms. You did it early in the morning if you're an early bird, or late in the evening hours if you're what we call a night owl. But whatever you chose, you got it done. That's what we call perseverance. Some call it grit. That's the cool buzzword for what my grandparents would have called pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. Perseverance means different things to each of us. If you look it up in the dictionary, it means the persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. To most people, perseverance means fighting adversity, pushing back against the challenges or even the people that try and prevent them from achieving their dreams. As my role model, Michelle Obama, says, we have an obligation to fight for the world as it should be. For you, perseverance may come in the form of education, finishing your college or upper level degree, even if it means years of hard work and dedication. It may come in the form of speaking out against those who try and silence your voice, even if speaking out is tough. Or it may come in the form of protesting things you know are just wrong. But regardless of what form it takes for each of you, perseverance has gotten many of us where we are today. Grit is similar. It means sticking with things for a long time, not giving up, and never, ever quitting. The colleges you are going to be applying to and the jobs you are going to be interviewing for are going to be looking for a way to measure your grit. There's no iReady diagnostic or learning target to measure your grit. The way you show this is in your list of accomplishments that will tell that story for you. For example, if you joined your virtual classes every day during remote learning, completed your work, and are wearing a cap and gown today, all in the middle of a global pandemic, that would be a great example of your grit. Another example might be staying on a sports team all 4 years of high school and again in college. Not that you're going to sink three-pointers or spike volleyballs from your workplace desk someday, but it shows that you cared enough about something to stick with it. And therefore, you're also likely to stick with the job if they hire you. Grit, perseverance, whatever name you give it, is what's going to take you far in life. Find your passion, and like Michelle's husband, President Obama, said, get involved, make change, and never stop fighting. Fighting to be better and fighting to make us all better. Graduates, I congratulate you, I applaud you, and I'm going to miss every one of you. Congratulations.